What's up, guys? If you are into music reaction channels that are honest, raw, and authentic, look no further. You found your destination. It is the Tazzz and Philly Show. Welcome to our journey.
And make sure that you subscribe below and enjoy the show.
What is good, you sexy son of a guns? It is the Tazzz and Philly Show. I am Philly, that is Tazzz, and we are back with another reaction video. Thank you, everybody, for being here and joining the channel once again. We are here with another reaction video to an artist that we just recently started reacting to. His name is Ren. He's out of the UK. He's a British singer, songwriter, rapper, eclectic, all over the map, kind of poetic, just very artistic in the way he delivers his music. And he's actually doing a remake. This was dropped, I think, yesterday. It's like his take on a British rock song that I actually love by a band called the Verve, and it's called Bittersweet Symphony. So I assume most people probably have heard this song, but what we plan to do is, if you have not, we're going to play like the first 30 seconds of Verve song so you can hear it, and then we'll go to Ren's version so that we can see if there's any similarities or differences. All I know is it's his interpretation of that song, so I don't really know exactly what that means. But I mean, in a weird way, I'm kind of hoping that he uses the same melody, because I've always thought that even though this melody is like a rock song, I thought it could make a beat that you could actually rap over top of. So I'm glad that somebody did this. So I'm very excited to see it. I'm hoping he raps over it. That would be in my head the ideal situation, but we'll see. But in other words, we'll get it started here real quick. I know, Tazzz, you probably have a couple things you want to say, or maybe you don't, but then we can start the song and see what we think.
I have nothing to say. Let's start it.
All right, that sounds great. So this is going to be the Verve, Bittersweet Symphony, the first 30 seconds of that, and then we'll switch over to Ren's version, and we will check that out. Let's get into it.
Alrighty.
Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's live, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all the things begin. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change.
All right, yeah. All right, so that gives you a pretty good idea of what that sounds like. Song I've always loved. I think it's a great tune. So very intrigued to check this out. It's going to be Ren's version of Bittersweet Symphony. It's the Verve Retake is what he called it. And he dropped it. He dropped it yesterday, I guess it was. And I'm very intrigued to check it out. Let's see what it's all about. Been a fan of what he's done so far. Pretty unique artist. And thank you to all the Red fans and everybody that has suggested all his music. And let's check this one out.
All right, here we go.
I've got Dirt on my Reeboks from staying up all night. Spent my last £10 on this pack of Marlboro Lights. I phoned up Stevie, I said, G, you alright? He said, it's 6 in the morning, brother, get some shut-eye. I feel a sense of well-being this time in the morning. Wear my heart out of my hoodie while the city is snoring. Drunks falling off the sidewalks get issued a warning. Distant sirens, they crescendo like a symphony calling. This is the Britain I know, this is the Britain I love. There's poetry inside the city if you listen enough. Working class casualties out on the street sleep rough, while a mother with her baby takes her pram to the pub. And while she's knocking them down, the cost of living goes up. I can't relate to politicians with their head in the mud. I resonate with messy Fridays with the boy smoking bud. We do our bit to numb the struggle, as below so above, and as above so below. Here in the city we glow. I blow a smoke ring up to heaven and it makes a halo. And then the clock strikes 7, guess it's time to head home. My companion is the city, so I'm never alone. I'm stepping in and out of gaps of the pavement tracks, and if I go to sleep now, that's an anticlimax. People rise for work and the sun mirrors that. A perfect juxtaposition for those out on the lash. Bear with me, it's beautiful, I think it's irrefutable. There's beauty in the contradicting Britain, indisputable. Junkie in the cubicle, that old spoon is usable. His mother's in the black suit, crying at a funeral. 9 to 5 crucible, this route is not commutable. A kid falls off the tracks and then he serves a scratch at juvenile. Libby's at the Dolies, but her disposition's humorful, while Davy's at the bookies and his mates call him delusional. Britain, drink it down and moan about the weather when the sun starts shining. Feel the factor 10 tremor. Boys, we'll be in it together until the fists start flying like they're Conor McGregor, and then he's out. I think he took it too far. I think the boy saw red. I think he hit him too hard. Now he's face down on the pavement with the face full of tar. Mad how small altercations can define who we are. That's my cue. I guess it's time to head home. It's bittersweet how my high found its way to below. And I've said it once before, as above so below. Living on the streets of Britain, you just go with the flow. But I'm done, I'm out for the night. As the sun paints the pavements, I'll turn out the light. White noise on the radio to quiet my mind. Always was an overthinker, just the way I'm designed. Britain, drink it down and moan about the weather. When it's all said and done, we'll be in it all together. Boys, we'll be like you forever. It's a bittersweet symphony with birds of a feather.
Interesting. You're not sure?
Did you have something to say? You want to go first?
No, go ahead. I'm ready to hear this amazing intel.
I'm just disappointed. Like, I thought retake meant, tell me if I'm wrong, I thought retake meant you're going to basically sing the words, but you're going to do it in your own harmony. Like, he has that really amazing British accent. I thought I was going to hear the Verve's words in a British accent, or not even if he wanted to do all the words, but like the chorus part.
The Verve is a British band. The original song's in a British accent.
Well, I mean, he doesn't still sound like the Verve, though. He still has, I mean, let me clarify. In his own unique Ren's British accent, his own voice, basically, because he doesn't sound like the Verve. I thought he was going to sing it like them, maybe change harmonies there and here and there, or at least the chorus be the exact words. But it was nothing was the Verve except just the instrumental. So I don't know. I don't know if using another group's instrumental makes it a retake.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, that's what it is, though. I mean, like, he wasn't remaking the song. Remaking the song would be like probably singing it the same exact lyrics, but just like you said, in his version of it. He retook it. He made his own like interpretation of that song in his style, and he made a hip hop track out of it. I'm confused on what you're confused with.
I was anticipating to hear it sang like the Verve, but have Ren's voice, and then maybe he put like a little Ren flair and change it up. Like even if it was mostly him singing like the Verve sang it, and then he threw in a rap area, but then went back to singing, or if he did it all rap, but then the chorus he sang it, because you know how he can sing and rap.
Sure.
But since this was going to be a retake of the Verve, and they sang the song back in the day, I thought it was going to be some type of singing somewhere.
Okay.
So it was rapping. So I was just disappointed. It doesn't take away from how I feel about Ren. He's still a trailblazer. He still is a good rapper. I just didn't really appreciate it personally in a song that I liked back in the day when it came out. Like I liked the style of the Verve and how they sounded and stuff. So I didn't expect to hear a whole rap because if I knew that, then I was like, then we didn't even need to play the first 30 seconds of the actual Verve because we went from a ballad to a rap, and it didn't even help me appreciate it because I'm like, oh, that's not what I expected. So that's all. It's just a disappointment. Me personally, put in the comments if you agree with me. Like when you first heard it, were you expecting it to be some type of singing involved? If it's going to be a retake, in my opinion, just playing the music, the instrumental part to me is not really a retake, unless it's like half something different, half rapping and part singing. You know how they say when you're like on The Voice or whatever, American Idol, they say if you're going to sing somebody else's song, you don't want to completely take away from the melody. You want to at least do some melody still in there that people are familiar with. I'm familiar with the Verve singing, not rapping, on that Bittersweet Symphony, and it just totally just threw me off. What do you have to say?
Well, to I guess to some degree, I thought this is exactly what it would be because I said in the interlude, I basically said I liked this beat and I always thought that somebody could rap over top of it, and that was kind of what I was expecting when it said retake. I thought he was going to do his own version of it, which is what he did. I mean, I don't know if I knew in my head it was going to be exactly the way he laid it out, but I thought he was going to spit bars over top of it. So I got pretty much what I thought. But
Okay,
that's okay. I mean,
that's it is.
interpretations are different. I mean, just because I felt that way doesn't mean that you had to, and that's fair. I mean, nothing wrong with that. So I'm assuming because your expectations weren't met because you thought it was going to be this and it wasn't, that you didn't like it. That's my guess. So I don't really know exactly what you think now.
Yeah, I'd rather go back and listen to the Verve sing it because that was a unique song. Like I like the British accents. The Verve had that unique voice. That was a very popular song back in the day, and that takes me back to when I was younger, some good times. So I was expecting to hear some of that type of singing from the Verve, not just the instrumental part, because that's like what's a popular song? That's like if you take a I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head, but if somebody says, "Oh, hey, there's going to be so and so singing on the award show tonight, and they're going to sing the other person's song," and you're not going to be expecting them to like totally change it completely,
Well,
and that's the disappointment that I got. But nothing against Ren as a artist. I still love the other songs that he had. Well, except I didn't like High Ren really. I understood what it means, but it's again my opinion. This is more of a disappointment. If he did that same rap but on his own cool music, because like that that excuse me, that music and beat he had to like Sick Boy, that was really really cool. That sound I never heard it before. I liked it, but this was somebody else's original instrumentals, and I was expecting some of that nostalgia with the vocal parts. I'm saying not just the instrumental parts. Personal preference, keeping it real. That's what we both do. So what are we doing
no,
now?
nothing. I mean, it's not like the first time I've heard something like that. I mean, Puff Daddy used a Led Zeppelin song and he created a rap over top of it, and it was the same goddamn drum beat and fucking guitar, and it was the same kind of a thing. So it was just his interpretation of his version of it. Wasn't the same lyrics; it was just the same beat. But that's okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal that you didn't like it. I guess when you're, if
Or
I
even if he, I'm sorry, even if he said the words "Bittersweet Symphony" like the Verve said it, but he said it in a rap form, but it wasn't even like that. Like if he said "It's a bittersweet symphony" or something, he wrapped it up or whatever. But it's like I didn't hear any words taken here and there from the original, and I was just let down. Personal
okay,
preference. Go ahead, Philly. Sorry, I took it over.
that's okay. That's fine. I'll go back to it. There's an ass for every seat, right? So sometimes you have a seat, and sometimes you have a bunch of asses, and sometimes they don't
Worst
all
analogy ever.
align. And no, that's what people. I guarantee you, people have heard that analogy before. But even so, I say that just like in poking fun. I mean, that's fine. I get it. I mean, it was just another side of him. It was his own interpretation. I mean, it wasn't like I was blown away by it. I like it because I like that. I like the melody. So for me, it works because I like that melody. I thought his lyrics were good. I thought he flowed over the beat well. I understand if I was expecting chicken noodle soup and then I went and I got like a tomato soup, I'd be disappointed. Also, you expected the Verve to be remade and have that same lyrics or whatever in his take, and you didn't get that, and you don't like it. So that's what it is. It's all good, and we move on. So I mean, I'm assuming we're going to be split decision here. It's going to be ass or pass. You're going to give it ass mainly because it disappointed you, not because you disliked the song, just because it disappointed you. And I'll probably pass it because I liked it, and then we're going to have a split decision. So I guess let's get into it. I'm going to grab my drumsticks because I'm a world-renowned drummer, and you're going to attempt to count to 3, and we are going to we're going to vote. But before I get into that, the rating system is ass or pass. Did we like it? Did we not? It's pretty self-explanatory. Thumbs down, thumbs up. So without further ado, let's get into it. We are going to rate the Verve Retake by Ren. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ding, 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 ding. You're just a sourpuss and a disappointment to this entire channel. That's all it
Totally
is.
disappointed. Totally disappointed. He would have to deal with people.
You're
Philly likes. I think Philly likes damn near anything. You could play.
It's not true at all.
You could play something in reverse, and he'll be like, "Oh, I like that twisted words."
No. There's plenty that we're going to get to that I don't like. I'm confident of that. And like I said, I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion, and you're entitled to this one. Your opinion is wrong, but doesn't mean you're not entitled to it. You know what I'm saying?
Then they can't be wrong. I'm right because I'm right, not because I said everybody should be right. Anyway, people agree with me. People who really agree with me, please say it in the comments. Or people who agree with Philly, please say it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
He's not wrong. I'm not wrong. But we both have valid points. If somebody said, somebody's going to sing Elvis Blue Suede Shoes in honor of him, and then they say some rap that has nothing, they don't even sound like the original, I think people will be disappointed that doesn't sound like Elvis Blue Suede Shoes when I was like 10 years old and I grew up on that song.
He didn't say he was honoring them. He didn't say that. He just said it was one of his favorite rock songs and that he was going to do his own remake of it. He didn't say I'm honoring the Verve. So you just made that up.
That's just word choice. Honoring a retake, putting their name in their Verve retake. To me, that's like, it should not be just the music. It should be like I said, he didn't have to like completely verbatim say every word that they said. I'm saying like even if the chorus stayed true to like how they sang the chorus, but everything else was rap, I might have passed it, or vice versa. Like you're supposed to keep some of the song there, not just the instrumental. Is how I strongly feel. And they said it on like The Voice. The judges said when they were training contestants, like, okay, I like how you're putting your own style there, but don't take too much away from the song. And that's how I felt. Like it was just, if the music wasn't there, like if it was a cappella, you would not even know it was anything Verve related. But if some words were familiar, you'd be like, remember how you heard words or whatever? You're like, oh, I recognize that. Like you did on some past ones. You would not have recognized any of his rap to the Verve at all, is all I'm saying.
All right. And like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. It just so happens to be incorrect. But
did we vote? Oh yeah, we voted.
Thank you for participating in today's video.
Our first brawl.
Thank you for disappointing the entire fan base, and including Rens, including anybody that enjoys watching our content. Just an absolute utter disappointment tonight you are. But that's okay,
anyway,
guys.
Ren, if you happen to, for some strange reason, get into our channel, I love you as an artist. I think you're amazing. I wish you well on a personal level. I really, really do. You have such style and finesse. But not everybody likes everybody's songs. So that's just my opinion of this song.
There we go. I
keep prospering. I wasn't even going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. But for real.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes the whole album of artists. So anyway.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Do your damn ending.
Well, here is the ending. Thank you so much for joining again tonight. As I always say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you just, you chose to spend some time with us. 20 minutes worth of time listening to this man disappoint everybody. watching the show. But anyway, thank you again. It is Philly. That is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz of Philly show. And we will be back soon with another video where hopefully this guy doesn't fuck things up. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
Take it easy and keep it breezy.